gather round, y'all. It's makeup tutorial time. I'm serious. Okay, I got the hair and rollers. I got the outfit on. I'm also filming at nighttime. That's how dedicated I am. But anyways, we're gonna do my updated makeup tutorial. Now the products are pretty much gonna be the same. I haven't gotten any new makeup since maybe August, maybe November. Hairline reveal. So before I do anything, I always go in with brows first. I use the NYX brow glue. It works pretty well. It's honestly the best brow glue that I've ever had. I used to use like an e.l.f. brow gel type of thing, but like it wasn't as strong for my hair because my eyebrow hairs can get curly. And I've been in the process. I've been on a journey of growing out my eyebrows. And some people might think this isn't like good or it's like really sparse, but like guys, where I came from, I used to tweeze the heck out of my eyebrows to the point where I didn't even have any eyebrows.
All right, it's 1:24. I know you ain't.
I don't really touch them until I'm like nearing the end of my makeup. Okay, then the next thing I do is my eyes because I do not like doing my eyes. I don't like doing eyeshadow. It is just a burden. I'm using the Juvia's Place concealer. I'm the shade 6. It's this concealer. Next, I go in with this Wet n Wild loose setting powder. I used to be a die-hard fan of the e.l.f. loose setting powder, the translucent one. And I recently switched to this one because at the time I didn't have any money. So I had to pick up something, and this one was like a little bit cheaper, I think, than the e.l.f. one. But I like it. It's really nice. I put down a pink base, and I'm using this e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Bright Pink, and I actually, like a couple years ago, I used to use this as like my actual blush. I was a little bit paler a couple years. Sorry, I'm like staring at my like forehead right now. It's huge. Huge. So I don't put down a whole lot of pink. I just put it as like a little flush of color. I have this Paris Hilton palette. These colors are so wearable for me, especially the browns, because that's all I typically wear. But I go into like a dark brown, and I just kind of like go along my waterline, or not my waterline, but like my lash line. Just like that. Then I take another fluffy brush and dip it into a lighter shade, but not too light. And then I just blend the top. I'm really good at explaining. I go into like a shimmery eyeshadow. Nothing too glittery though. I just kind of lightly dab that under my crease. Like right here. Super light, super simple, super easy, okay? You know, for someone who doesn't like to do eyeshadow, I sure do have a lot of steps. Black eyeliner. And I basically just go along my lash line. I don't put a whole lot. Then I kind of smudge it out. Do you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm creating here, guys? Do you see? Do you? Finally, I'm going to go in with some mascara and then curl my lashes, not in that order. So low. The mascara I use is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes. If you want like a good cheap tubing mascara, that one's the one for you. Also, if anyone has any tips on how to like grow your lashes, and I don't want to hear from anybody who has naturally long lashes. That is not who I want to hear from. I want to hear from the people who actually they used to have short lashes and then they grew those suckers out, okay? We can go into the base, the thing that makes it. I go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I also go in with the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Spray first. She's on her last leg. But don't worry, I have another one in my arsenal. Next, I go in with some Juvia's Place foundation. Don't mind that. Ew. It's the Velvet Matte Foundation, and I'm in the shade 330. And I typically put this on my cheeks because that's just where I get some acne, and like where I have acne scars. Like right here on my nose, like the tip of it, and then just all around. And then after that, I go in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand. This low-key kind of sucks. Does anybody else like just not like this? Like, I bought it thinking that it was gonna do well with the way that I had did my makeup, but I had to switch up my routine because it wasn't working well with my steps. What I wanted to use this for is after I did my makeup and I set and everything, then I was going to go in with this as kind of like a wet highlight moment. But I couldn't because it would like literally pick up the product underneath my, like the powders and stuff. So I had to completely rework my steps to work in that product. I mean, it's not bad, like, you know what I mean? It does give me that glow though. Then I go in with bronzer, and I don't know how much I want to bronze my forehead because there's so much hair. I'm getting like overstimulated. That's the placement, guys. And I am not afraid to like mix the highlight blush. Oh, I did not mean to drag that out. And then I go back in with the Juvia's Place concealer. And I just put it up under my eyes. I go over my nose. I've been on like a weird side quest with my nose contour. Cause like with my nose, I have like a small bridge, but it's not like prominent enough to do like the skinny contour, which I have tried. But sometimes it just ends up looking too weird or just like, I don't know, maybe it's a skill issue. I'm getting back into like the button nose contouring kinda. Even though I kind of like drowned out the e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand, it still leaves like a pinkish tinge. So now we're gonna powder. Going back in with the Wet n Wild setting powder. This is my favorite part, the baking. Ah, yes. So I always do under eyes first, right? Then I go in with bronzer. I like to go in with my skin tone or just a tad bit darker. I just take this little brush and then I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. matte bronzer in the shade Fresh Tan. Okay, I'm gonna finish powdering my face. So now I'm just gonna kind of bake the sides of my nose just to kind of lighten up that area. Then I go in with this MAC highlight. I think it's in Gold Deposit on the tip of my nose, in between my eyes, and then under my brow bone or on my brow bone. Then I go in with the Wet n Wild highlight. If you know, you know. This is like one of the best highlights. One of the best drugstore highlights anyway. I go in with this blush palette and I mix these two shades. I just basically dust it to blend in my bronzer. Then I go in with the liquid blush. This is in the shade Suave Mauve. And I just lightly, see? Stamp it. Pigment, girl, pigment. Maybe put a little bit on my chin. Sometimes I go in with this just like a tad bit on my forehead, like up here to make it a little bit shiny. Then I put down some moles. I used to go in with like a black eyeliner, but I found that was like a little bit too harsh. Actually, let's do the inner corners. Yay! Then I go in with a small like eyeshadow pot by MAC. This is in the shade Brune. And then I take a small brush and then I just kind of like smoke out my bottom lash line. I really love this because I feel like it defines my eye shape. I don't really like my brows to be like blocky and defined like how they used to be. I just take a brown eye pencil And finally, the lip combo. I love it. I love it. I love my lip combo. Convoluted and complex. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what convoluted means. I'm over here using words that I don't even know. I go in with the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in the shade Cocoa. And then I line my lips all the way around. Okay, it's like so, like that, like so, like that. Then I take this mauve lip liner. This is also LA Colors, and this is in the shade Rose All Day. I like to put it in the middle right here, and then down this line, and then just like a little right here. Depending on my mood and how I'm feeling, sometimes I go in with Rum Raisin, but other days I go in with this NYX Smooth Whip. I think I might just go in with Rum Raisin. Then I go in with a darker brown, and I just outline the edges. And then for my bottom lip, I only go from outer to like right here. I stop when it gets towards the middle. I love my lip combo. Finally, we lock all of this in. e.l.f. Makeup Mist Power Grip Setting Spray. We are all done. Okay, I just took down the hair. Even though these types of rollers don't do much, but these ones are the best ones, okay? If I do add a gloss, it's something light. You know what I mean? Like something of these, you know? This was the makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. And I will see you guys in my next video. All right. Bye, guys.